Hello, friends. Welcome to the channel. It's so awesome to have you here. Before we dive into our AWS AI Practitioner exam quizzes, let's first get a clear understanding of the AWS AI Practitioner certification exam itself. The AWS Certified AI Practitioner, AIFC01. This exam is for anyone who wants to show they have a solid grasp of artificial intelligence, machine learning, and generative AI, along with the relevant tools and services offered by AWS. This is specifically designed for professionals like you. If you have been working with AI and machine learning on the AWS platform for up to 6 months, this is the perfect opportunity to formalize your expertise and set the stage for future growth. The ideal candidate for this certification is a professional who is new to the AI/ML space, particularly within the AWS ecosystem. You should be aware of existing AI/ML services, such as Amazon SageMaker, Amazon Comprehend, or Amazon Rekognition, and also required to have core knowledge of AWS services, IAM, global infrastructure, and pricing models, indicates that the candidate is expected to have a solid understanding of the AWS cloud platform itself. In short, this profile describes an AI/ML practitioner who is skilled at using and managing cloud-based AI services, even without extensive experience in model development. Exam structure. The exam consists of 65 total questions, but only 50 of them are scored. The remaining 15 questions are unscored and are included for statistical analysis to help develop future versions of the exam. You won't be able to tell the difference between scored and unscored questions during the test, so you should answer every question as if it counts. The question formats are varied to test different types of knowledge. You'll encounter multiple choice and multiple response questions with one or more correct answers. Ordering and matching, tasks that require you to arrange items in a specific sequence or pair-related concepts. Case study scenarios, more complex real-world problems that test your ability to apply knowledge to a practical situation. Scoring, the exam uses a scaled scoring model from 100 to 1000. The minimum passing score is 700. This is not a direct percentage, so simply answering 70% of the questions correctly may not be enough to pass. Your score is calculated based on a weighted average of your performance across different sections of the exam. This system ensures fairness and consistency, regardless of which set of questions you receive. Domain 1. Fundamentals of AI and ML. This domain accounts for 20% of the total scored content on the exam. It's designed to test your foundational knowledge of AI and ML concepts, not your ability to build complex models. Key knowledge areas. Basic AI concepts. You need to be able to define and differentiate between core terms like AI, ML, deep learning, and neural networks. Additionally, you should be familiar with specialized fields such as computer vision and NLP, as well as general model terminology. Practical use cases. The exam will test your ability to connect the right AI/ML technique to a specific business problem. This means recognizing real-world applications and understanding when to use a particular type of model or service. ML development lifecycle. You should understand the entire process of an ML project, from data preparation to deployment. This includes knowing the different components of the ML pipeline, key MLOps concepts, and the specific AWS services that support each stage of this lifecycle. This domain establishes whether you have a solid conceptual understanding of the AI/ML landscape before moving on to more technical and applied topics. Domain 2. Fundamentals of Generative AI. This is the most heavily weighted section of the exam, making up 24% of the scored content. It focuses on the core concepts, practical applications, and the AWS services that power the latest wave of AI technology. Core concepts, tokens and embeddings, prompt engineering, foundation models, and transformers. In business applications, you should be aware of capabilities and limitations, hallucinations, value metrics, and many more. AWS infrastructure. This section connects the concepts to the practical AWS environment. You'll need to know the purpose of key services such as Amazon Bedrock, SageMaker Jumpstart, Poly, Comprehend, PartyRock, Textract, and many more. Cost considerations. Understanding the financial implications of using these services as generative AI can be resource intensive. Biggest section of the exam, making up 28% of your score. Domain 3. the applications of foundation models. This domain is all about putting theory into practice. First, you'll need to understand the design considerations for your projects. This includes choosing the right foundation model, setting your inference parameters, and knowing how to use powerful techniques like retrieval augmented generation, or RAG, with a vector database to ensure your models have up-to-date knowledge. Next, we dive deeper into prompt engineering. Beyond the basics, this section tests your knowledge of advanced techniques like chain-of-thought prompting and few-shot learning, which are crucial for getting smarter, more reliable outputs. You'll also be tested on how to customize these models. This means understanding the differences between pre-training and fine-tuning methods and what reinforcement learning from human feedback, or RLHF, is all about. Finally, you must know how to evaluate performance. The exam covers both human evaluation and quantitative metrics like Rouge, Blue, and BERT score to measure the quality of your model's outputs. Mastering this domain is key, as it proves you can move from a foundational understanding to the practical application of generative AI. Domain 4, Guidelines for Responsible AI, makes up 14% of the exam. This section is all about building AI that is safe, ethical, and fair. You'll be tested on the principles of responsible AI development, including how to detect and mitigate bias and fairness issues in datasets. You'll also need to know about setting guardrails for Amazon Bedrock and understanding the legal risks. The domain also covers transparency and explainability. This means understanding how to use tools like SageMaker model cards to document models and applying human-centered design principles to ensure AI systems are understandable and trustworthy. Domain 5, Security, Compliance, and Governance, makes up to 14% of the exam. This is a critical part of the exam. You'll need to know how to secure your AI systems using best practices like IAM roles and encryption. The exam also covers leveraging services like AWS Macie to protect sensitive data and understanding the importance of data lineage. Finally, you must be familiar with compliance standards like ISO and SOC and how to use AWS tools such as CloudTrail and AWS Config to ensure your solutions are fully auditable and governed. The provided list outlines the key in-scope AWS services for a certification exam, categorized by their function. This structure is a helpful way to organize your study plan. Here's a breakdown of what each category represents. Machine learning. These are the core AI and ML services. They are either fully managed platforms for building and deploying models like SageMaker and Bedrock, or pre-trained, purpose-built AI services for tasks like Comprehend, Lex, Poly, Translate, Q, and computer vision like Rekognition. Data storage. This category includes the services you'll use to store, manage, and process the data that fuels your AI/ML projects. S3 is the primary object storage, while others like DynamoDB, RDS, and OpenSearch are for specialized data storage and retrieval. Security and governance. This group of services is essential for ensuring your AI solutions are secure, compliant, and well-governed. You'll need to know about IAM, CloudTrail, Config, and Macie and Inspector. Analytics and compute. These services are used for processing large data sets and providing the computational power needed for training and running models. EMR and Glue are used for big data analytics and ETL, while EC2, ECS, and EKS provide the fundamental compute resources. I have added complete list of AWS services required for this certification in my comment section. Here is a concise plan for your certification journey based on the information provided. Your path to success depends on number 1, study the domains. Prioritize your time by focusing on domains 2 and 3, which together make up over half of the exam content, that is 52%. Number 2, practice questions. Take full practice exams to get comfortable with the format. This will help you manage your time and familiarize yourself with all the question types, including multiple choice, matching, and case studies. In this series, I will be covering most of the questions for your practice, which will help you to get the confidence and clear the certification. Number 3, get certified. When you're ready, schedule your exam. Passing will not only validate your skills, but also connect you to the growing community of certified AWS AI practitioners. If you found this video helpful, please hit that like button. It really helps the channel out. And don't forget to leave a comment below with your questions or thoughts. To stay up to date with our latest videos, be sure to subscribe and ring the bell icon.